go for third place.
Yeah.
You do not go for second place.
you
go for first.
You go for gold. It's not like Cells is thinking to himself, all right, well, I've got ninth. Because then once you get complacent, it's going to be a lot harder for you to try going for gold.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I understand setting goals. Like, hey, I want to finish better than I did last time. I want to finish this place, but that should be an at least.
At least, yes. That's the silver lining. That's what you say after you are out of tournament. Not while you're still in. You know, Cells is going on an adrenaline rush. Dude, if I'm that guy and I just beat one of the best EU players, dude, I'm want to go for gold at that point. If you can beat
it's like
the best of EU,
put me on stream again. Like let me play again right away.
And he's definitely just ready, just waiting for that opportunity.
We've seen a lot of Europe versus Midwest, and we've seen Europe versus Europe. But now we are going to see Midwest versus Midwest, Minnesota versus Illinois. Sinnyboo242 making a
242, man. I love the numbers.
Making a absolutely dominant run today.
For sure.
After a lot of people sort of sleeping on him as a Sheik, like considering him, worse than X player. He's finally, got himself to a position where he feels confident, where he feels silky smooth with his character. No more crises, no more. He's like, I am Sheik.
No matter what. And that's one of the biggest things to overcome, especially whenever you're playing at such a level like this, right? Because then you play your new character, and then you're like, oh, well, I lost my first game. Do I want to just go back to Sheik and just rely on my best move? But if you ever want to switch a character, the best thing to do is bite the bullet. You take your losses and you take your wins.
Right.
And that's how you just grow as a player.
Exactly. But what Sinnyboo has done in this position is he tried out other characters. He's just like, man.
Didn't work out for him.
And he's just like, I can't, I got to stick to I got to ride what would have brought me. And he steeled himself, and he's like, I'm just going to push Sheik as far as that I can possibly can. And here he is going up against Ned.
Ned, on the exact opposite side of the spectrum, starting out as a zero suit. Didn't work out for him too well. Like, he was still a great player, but he just upped his game with this Cloud. This Cloud has done so many wins, so many notorious sets.
It's like when, and again, the only reason, I know Smash has kind of gotten tired of the DBZ references, but Dragon Ball Z Fighters is here right now, and this is the most apropos reference that I can think to make. It's like when they were on Namek, and Krillin went to the Guru and got his power unlocked. Yeah, like, that's what happened to Ned. Ned started as a ZSS. He made waves. He beat a lot of the best Chicago players, but he would go places and lose to other Midwestern players. You never would really think that he'd get a PGR win or even beyond the PGR. But then Cloud came out, and all of Ned's potential came pouring out. Yeah. And now this man, 2 straight times on the PGR.
And I think the best thing about Ned's play is that you can really see how well he moves from his zero suit now to his Cloud, because whenever he has Limit Man, he is skating all over the floor. It is Cloud on ice.
Don't get me wrong, there is a lot of good Clouds, and that was a very unfortunate mistake there by Sinnyboo. There's a lot of good Clouds. We know many of them tweak. We've seen him, clean up with Cloud.
Oh, I just got to point out that up air and the taunt as well. Sinnyboo says he's still in it. He got the first hit to the last. I just got to, man, that's incredible.
But I would say that Ned's Cloud's movement is probably like top 2.
Yeah, like that's something you could definitely point out and say that Ned can claim that, man.
Yeah,
if he can claim anything, it's his movement.
His movement is crazy. Sometimes his punishments are a little suspect. Sometimes his combos aren't really there, and a lot of times his edge get-ups and his mentality isn't always the best. But when his movement is always, and if he can put the...
Is this Bayonetta?
If he can put all that together, he can be a force. But Sinnyboo, even after SDing, has not let Ned utilize any of those skills.
Sinnyboo's like, wait a second. Who's Cloud? What is up airs? You want to see good up airs real quick? Hold this Sheik up air.
Ned. I just want to say, I'm sorry, Sinnyboo, if you come back and watch this. I really didn't mean to talk about Ned that whole set. I was going to bring it back to you. I was going to, we did some exposition on you. Then we were going to go back to Ned, and then I was going to go back to you.
But he went too fast.
But then you killed him.
He didn't want time for exposition. He just wanted to end the set.
But then you killed him. So.
Oh, my goodness. And it's bringing out some pass coming from Ned, the zero suit. He said, fight fire with fire. I'll bring out a female that's just as fast and just as lethal as Sheik.
Wow.
And that is zero suit.
I feel bad because I didn't want to talk about Ned that whole time. I was going to say a lot of good things about Sinnyboo.
I don't want to talk about
especially
his I don't want to talk about his problem.
Especially after he came back. But then he's like, no, this is the end. I'm done. I don't want to hear any more about this Cloud.
And it looks like he's still done right now, just giving Ned a run for his money.
Yeah, and this is a top 8 qualifier too. So like this Ned almost always a shoo-in to get top 8 at Midwest Mayhems. He is an old standard.
Right. And as you referred to before, his
Sinnyboo is just absolutely dominating him right now.
I'm not gonna lie, man. He's mopping the floor. And as you said, man, Ned is not the best whenever it comes to keeping himself composed. This might be tilting him a little bit.
Yeah.
If I got up aired like that by Sheik, man, I'd be goodbye. I'm going with Zero into retirement.
Yeah, hang it up.
Hey, man, Zero, how you doing? You want to play Melee?
Yeah. Want to play Melee? You want to commentate together? Because I'm out.
Oh, but he's going to answer right back.
Wow, and that was, could this be sort of a reverse the curse situation?
A revival?
Because, we saw Ned basically take the first stock off of an unforced error there from Sinnyboo. And Sinnyboo takes an early kill here, but now Ned's immediately follows up with a boost kick. Boost kick.
What's going to happen now is Ned going to flip over the legacy and just mirror it completely, giving Sinnyboo a taste of his own medicine, or is Sinnyboo going to hold his foot down and say, no, I'm going to keep this lead going?
It's like there's a reason that I absolutely decimated your Cloud.
While SDing, we still got to point that out, man. He SD'd in that first game. I don't know if you see it, because if you blinked, you missed the whole game.
Basically, it was a minute or less, for sure.
Oh, but here it is, going for the forward air. I think another upper might have taken it, but who will know? We'll never know.
We won't know unless, of course, Ned gets another opportunity to do it. Doesn't need it.
Oh, my.
And they're both laughing.
He was just trying to recover at that point. Sinnyboo just put himself down.
They're both laughing at the absurdity of these first two games.
These first two games are both just fun. Well, let's see. Are we going to see the Zeros coming right back, or?
He did lose with Cloud and win with ZSS. I can't imagine him switching back.
Falco, all right, let's do it. Oh, yeah, I hear Sinnyboo selling him, talking about. He's like, no. Come on, I want to see your best. But he's going to go right back to his.
And I'm assuming that we saw ZSS because of TNC.
Yeah, and I'm also assuming that. Sinnyboo was definitely waiting to see what he was going to choose, because if he chose ZSS once again, I'm definitely thinking he wouldn't have taken him to his final destination.
Well, that's definitely possible.
I think he definitely wanted final destination for Cloud specifically. At least, I'll say that.
I can see that.
Because, Sheik taking Cloud to FD, Sheik is just going to be able to juggle him all the time, keep him just off the stage at all times.
Yeah, it's tough for Cloud if he gets above Sheik to do a whole lot. Kind of like what we were talking about with Robin, a sort of a very a column-specific, recovery.
Yes.
He can't move left and right when he's just kind of stuck up there unless he burns limit, which you don't want to do.
Exactly.
Or
especially when you're Ned. Ned is one of the Clouds that is notable for just holding onto his limit for the absolute last minute.
And and Sheik just has so many tools and is so quick and has such good frame data that there's not a lot you can do. The only other thing that you can really do is commit to using the second hit or the second motion of your up B, and then that all you gotta do is dodge that, and then you're in for a huge punish. So.
And something that I'm loving from Sinnyboo so far is adaptation on the stage of FD, is that he's giving Ned all the respect whenever he's trying to land with down air, but he's also just throwing out needles to just rack on damage and keep Ned on his toes. He's like, all right, Ned, you can land on the stage, but you're still going to get a handful of needles. And especially when they're fully charged, it's going to pack a punch after a while. And
as Sheik, you're either looking for an early combo kill. Obviously, she doesn't have the bread and butters that she used to, but still, they do exist. Or you just have to build as much damage as you can and hope an errant hit is going to finish it for you. Up air.
Oh, man, Sinnyboo right now is just a jack of all trades. You really don't know what he's going to be going for. He's mostly been throwing needles.
Are we 100% certain that Sinnyboo isn't from Europe? Because he's looking like a Swiss Army knife right now.
This guy is absolutely insane. Finally getting that upper to take out the stock. Ned, if I was Ned right now, I'd be a little shook. I'd be a little shook. Sinnyboo is doing everything exactly as he should be. He's keeping pressure with these needles. He's also getting some great strings as well. Ned just really needs to find his opportunity to let it rip. And
honestly, Ned did in fact win game 2, but that was with the ZSS. We really haven't seen him take any sort of control with his Cloud
at all. Yeah. And it looks like this is what happens when Sinnyboo doesn't SD. He is just still racking on a lot of percent and holding on to both of his stocks. Still giving Ned a hard time. Ned's not even going to be able to, give him pressure on the ledge.
And a complete mispunish there. He needled directly in his face. All you would have had to do is just let it rip.
Yeah.
And he did
literally
not.
Beyblade on Sheik, and he just didn't. But he still has his limit in play. He's still going to use it for his movement.
He took the stock off, didn't use his limit to do it. And, as I said at the top, as I was trying to get to Sinnyboo, Ned with his limit is very, very good.
Yeah.
I'm just interested to see if Sinnyboo can repel Ned again with his Cloud, because you don't usually stifle a Cloud for that long, but so far so good.
Yeah, and I mean, I really want to see if Ned's able to invest this limit into something further to see if he can get the stock and close out this game. But right now, as you said, Sinnyboo is just keeping on a lot of pressure. Footstool.
Did not get the jab.
Don't play with my heart like that, Ned. Do not play with my heart like that.
That was close. If you would have gotten the jab,
I don't know what would have happened.
No, not a death, but huge damage, and
huge
a
damage.
very, very odd usage of limit there.
Ooh, but also Sinnyboo's getting a little bit antsy, going for those up B kills. Ned's gonna get a little bit of a punish. Now he has Sinnyboo on
And not
stage.
even though, honestly, like that really wasn't a punish. He took what, 6%? Like that's not that bad, and this is not good for Ned. I thought that was the end.
Sinnyboo is definitely okay with just being able to get back onto stage. Ned's not really giving him a hard time at all. So that dash attack, as you were saying, it wasn't really that big of a punish. But Ned is slowly but surely bringing this back.
Wow.
2 spot dodges, man. 2 quick ones. He was totally fine with throwing that out. I love these grenades as well coming from Sinnyboo, especially when he's not killing himself using them.
Oh, and a bouncing fish will take it. Sinnyboo going up 2 games to 1. This is, I suppose, actually, technically, Sinnyboo isn't. I misspoke earlier. Sinnyboo is a long-standing Minnesotan, but he's actually moved full-time to Des Moines, so he's actually Iowan at this point. But he was on Minnesota's PR multiple times.
Yeah.
I obviously have been out of the game for a little while. I only found out just today that he had moved to Des Moines. It slipped my mind, but yes, he is Iowan, representing the Midwest still, but a much underrepresented state. So he is the Iowa champion right now.
Well, for sure, before he came over to Iowa, definitely when he said Minnesota in a Smash crowd, you heard Sinnyboo's name come out.
Exactly.
Without a doubt. And he's showing you exactly why, being 2-1 against Ned right now, going back to FD.
Wow, that is a dead Cloud.
Oh my.
0-2 death.
We gotta get the curtains, man. I don't know what's gonna happen right now, but I'm pretty adamant on saying that Sinnyboo might have this in the bag.
The fat lady's warming up.
She's getting her vocal cords ready. She's doing the.
she's doing do re mi fa sol la ti do.
She's getting ready to sing, but right now Ned still has one more stock to go. Still no percent accounted for.
As Ned has now infamously said when he had Midwest Mayhem Saga, Cloud is dumb.
Yeah, Cloud sucks. Yeah.
Cloud is dumb.
Cloud is dumb.
Cloud is, and so you're never truly out of it when you're Cloud. So.
Yeah, and right now we're seeing how dumb Cloud really is, getting some good percent.
Raising the roof on Sinnyboo, just up air after up air after up air.
All right, and I love how Sinnyboo is just so fine with just staying back and being like, okay, I didn't get that conversion, time to reset neutral and then try it again. He's never going over and extending farther than he needs to be.
And when you start the match with a 0 to death,
you don't have to.
Yeah, you really don't have to.
We've seen this so many times. Whenever you have such a strong advantage, you can play this game however you like. You could set down the controller.
To be 100% honest here, Sheik play is disappearing. Mr. R has switched off Sheik. Now Bayonetta and Cloud and a lot of other characters he's experimenting with. Void has found success in other places.
Yep.
This is classic Sheik. This is just the oppressive frame data, excellent speed, good good edge guarding.
Yep.
This is vintage Sheik play. Like back, we're talking 2015 sort of Sheik play.
This is that Sheik play that Sheik is just so quick and so tight. Like the thing about Sinnyboo is that you've never seen him mess up except for the beginning of the set. And that's the epitome of good Sheik play. And just from that gimp, that is going to end it. A 2-stock coming from Sinnyboo. 3-1. Going up for Iowa.
I am a big fan of Ned. I have always supported him.
Yeah.
But my God, he got wrecked.
And man, this is crazy because, as you were saying, Ned being a staple of those top 8s at Midwest Mayhem, he is not going to be in top 8.
No, he just misses it. So that's surprising. Absolutely surprising to me. And what a way to finish.
Yeah.
I started the day with almost a huge upset. We saw MK Leo and Captain Zach lose game 1 to the Wisconsin team of Spencer and Venture in doubles. And now we see Sinnyboo242 taking down Ned, a Midwest Mayhem staple. In fact, the first person to ever beat Zenodo at a Midwest Mayhem that they both attended.
And he beat other great players, but his run's going to end here, and also
so
our run as well.
So it was great. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Catch all the rest of the action, including the finale, top 8, with my good friend Lord Sturm, and of course, the one, the only TSM 0. So I'm Nightwing. This is Hot and Ready. Check out the Twitters, and we'll see you later.
Peace out.